Okay, as you all know, the topic for today is, and it's just taking this time to go through the topic so that we all may be able to understand, give up some constructive points. The topic is the definition of marriage. Now, why we need to
Uh,
define this is because different cultures, different religions, and different countries uh, come up with different kind of definitions. What is marriage and what is not? Nowadays, living relationship is also being equated equal to marriage. So that comes back to the question: uh, what kind of relationship between man and woman should be considered moral and acceptable within within all bounds of cultures and religion, and why the marriage should be existing at the present scenario. So we will just take different opinions of different people who are coming from different backgrounds. Hopefully, we will have a bouquet of different thoughts. That is the entire point. So hopefully we have understood that the proposition. Have we? Hello.
yeah, but still, yeah, I don't have it. Like, still, I don't have any idea on it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but I will first hear from Prashant and Tushar what they say about it. Then I can give my opinion on it.
Right. 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 Okay. Tushar and Prashant, you are able to hear also? Can you please
Yes.
acknowledge you are able to hear?
Yes,
Tushar, you
yes,
also you are able to hear? Okay, great, great, great.
yes.
So thank you, Tushar. Thank you. And Akshay, who else is supposed to join?
Yeah, actually, Swara was going to join, uh, but I had already mailed her about it. So and
Okay,
we will just wait some like 2-3 minutes and then we'll start.
okay, okay. Can start the discussion. Okay, okay. On the topic, what is marriage? Okay, so without any other prejudices that I might have said, you may start with your own opinion. Starting with you, Prashant. What is marriage according to your own perception? Stage is
To
all
start
yours.
us off, then, I think that the rudimentary definition of marriage is, it is defined differently and by separate entities, and
Yes.
which is based on cultural, religious, and personal factors.
Yes.
Commonly accepted and encompassing definition of marriage is a formal and union and social and also the legal contract, between two
Yes.
individuals, that legally, not only legal but also emotionally and economically unites their lives. And the contractual marriage
Okay.
agreement usually implies that
And financially.
that is economically right.
Okay. Okay. Right.
So usually implies that that couple has legal obligations to each other throughout their lives, or until they decide to divorce. See, being married
Right.
also gives legitimacy to sexual relations within the marriage, and traditionally, like marriage is viewed as having a key role in preserving morals and civilizations.
Okay. Right. 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 Okay. That is a great introduction, Prashant. Okay. We will be moving to Tushar, and we will be
Mhm.
asking him to share with his perceptions with us. Tushar, over to you. Tushar, you are able to hear?
Well, yes, yes, I am able to hear you. Well, marriage is a connection between two male and female sexes, and it is a public declaration of commitment to each other. And it is used as
Okay.
a way to create a family and raise children. But in today's generation, only India only supports this union between two people. in America there are the divorce rates are quite high as compared to India, and
Correct.
these are some facts about India and different countries. So I didn't prepare that much. Okay, so
No, it's okay. It's
so
okay. It's
that much
completely okay.
I knew about it.
We don't necessarily have to learn before coming here. We are trying to share our ideas and form new ideas. That is the entire purpose of this discussion. So that whatever knowledge we have, we are able to prepare something beautiful out of our
Yes,
thoughts. Tushar, as you pointed
yes,
out, it is a emotional union between a man and a woman. Uh, as you pointed out, some differences about US and the European cultures. They say that marriage could also take place between a man and a man and a woman and a woman. How far do you think that comes within the bounds of a marriage? Is it a marriage?
well, yes, it's a marriage. Well, some people support that LGBT movement. I guess that's what they say. Well, I don't
Okay,
see any difference. People keep updating themselves by day. Well,
okay,
here that's my point.
okay. So you gave thumbs up to that LGBT idea. You support that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Okay. Just to make some one point more clear, you said that it is the union of man and woman to uh, bring up one family. So, what is the how is the idea of family fitting in this realm of LGBT? Is it possible?
Well, it is possible. By birth, some people don't have their means with relation between them and means others. Some parents don't accept their gender itself. Okay, so it's means. What was your question again? Well, it was about means having a family or
You said that
uh,
a marriage is also considered a marriage between a man and a woman and a woman. Now, if
yes,
that may be considered as a marriage, then how will you how will you fit the idea of bringing up a family in this type of, because biologically we know that only
well, yes,
union of a man and a woman can bring up offspring, can bring up the babies. Then
yes,
how
yes.
will the family go? Yes.
Well, actually, I didn't support that type of LGBT or type of that, but people keep saying that it's about gender. Well, God gifted them that they are unisexual or a LGBT or gay or something like that. So
Okay.
by far I know our God Hindu named Krishna. Okay, he supported and
Okay.
he supported well LGBT means that gay or a so
Okay.
wait a
Right.
second, wait
Okay.
a
Okay.
second.
Okay. You want to say something? Tushar, you want to add something? Hello.
Is this the question directed towards me?
Tushar, I want to clarify if you want to add something more. I think Tushar is not
No,
responding.
that's
So,
that
Akshay,
much.
we will. That was only.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right. Akshay, so we will come to you now. You have heard how Prashant and Tushar elaborated the points.
Yeah,
Prashant
but
brought about the yes.
yeah, actually, I don't
I'm trying to
understand
summarize it
what
for
that.
you so that you. Yes. Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Actually, what Tushar said, I can't understand it properly. But as the Prashant said, that marriage, marriage is recognized, accepted, like marriage is recognized and accepted between two people. like typically involving
Akshay,
romantic.
allow me to summarize the points of Prashant and Tushar for you so that you may have some material to speak.
Yeah,
Prashant
okay.
pointed out that it is a union between a man and a woman, which binds them formally, legally, economically, and emotionally. Right? He gave us this definition of marriage, and Tushar added that it could be between a man and a woman, and same sexes also. They can also be considered a marriage because some people are born with deficiency of the biology itself, but they have emotions for some people, and they should, if they try to live with them, that should also come under the reins of marriage definition. So on that point, you may take this definition further and throw some light on this about
Yeah,
your own perception.
actually, I don't understand the Prashant said about economically. So that point, I am confused that uh, how it's economically like marriage. I can't understand it properly. Can Prashant
Right.
just
Then
recall it?
we will go back to Prashant. Prashant, this is the question of Akshay, that he understands emotionally, he understands legally, he understands formally. But why and how of this economically? Why should people unite economically? Is it about love of the bank balance, or is it something else?
Well, you see, like in more general terms, and in speaking in more pragmatic sense, we have to also live our lives when in which we have to spend as frugally as we can, right? Both husband wife, or it could be between both the sexes. If it is marriage, like people have to stay financially dependent on each other, right? And at the same time, we also have to support each other, so that the family themselves can become financially sound and stable.
Okay. Okay.
So to
Prashant,
support
because
each other, underwrite, like each other, like economically, so that they become financially like sound and stable. This is what I reiterate.
understood, understood. Prashant, I would like you to elaborate one more thing. Traditionally, the way we understand marriage in India is that wife and the family, the lady and the family is financially dependent on the man of the house for their
Hmm.
financial needs.
Hmm.
And in the West, the concept is a little bit different. Man and woman both try to be financially independent.
That's right.
All right. So, which of these two ways of going about you think is more stable and more preferable according to your own perception?
Well, I think that at the very mention of it, I would say that everyone has to remain financially independent in their own terms, because you never know, like if I marry a woman, right, and then if
Okay.
like if she's not earning, and if she's financially dependent on me, and if something, I mean, God
Okay.
forbid, but if something happens to me and then I'm no more in this world, how can she support herself
Okay.
financially, right? If we have
Right.
kids, how can
Right.
she educate them? So I think everyone has to stand on their own feet at some point in their lives. So it is
Right.
the concept in America. I really had, it's very commendable, you know, because like they are even. I'll tell you one more thing. Like even when they are studying, even if they go to school, they don't rely on the parents for funding the education. They drive Uber, and then they work at restaurants to support themselves financially.
Okay.
I
Right.
hope that answers the question.
Yes, that does answer. Okay. Prashant, we will move to Tushar now so that he can also add something. Tushar, over to you. Prashant pointed out that in a family, man and woman both should be financially independent. How far do you agree with that?
Hello, Sayed. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. Just I have some like important work to do now. I will just back in 5 minutes.
Ah, sure, sure. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So you guys
Right,
must
right, Akshay.
go on to the debate.
Right, right. Tushar, over to you.
Well, I totally agree with Prashant. So there are no comments to
Okay.
pass from me.
Do no comments from you. Okay, then I will like to pose this question to both of you, and whoever likes, he may answer. Uh, in the very beginning, we said that marriage is a contract between two people, two individuals, right? Now, in a contract, there is exchange of rights and duties, right? One party agrees to provide some rights to the other, and one party's rights are duties for the other, and one's duties are rights for the other. Is it so? So we have to define, because traditionally speaking, in India, it was the duty of the men to provide for the family. That was the right of the man, duty of the men, and right of the family was to be to get the financial support and housing, lodging, boarding, clothing from the men, and in turn this forms the family. Now, if each individual is independent, then how far do you think two independent individuals uh, can go about running the family? How is this adding to the cause of high divorce rates in Europe and America? And podium is open to you, both of you. Stage is open. Whoever likes can add to this. Is this adding to the high divorce rates in Europe and America?
I would like to go. I would like to answer if I may.
Who is this,
So
Prashant?
yes.
Okay.
So I think that it is less uncommon that people these days, especially in America or in the West, in general, are you know are having high divorce rates per se, because
Okay.
both husband wife, or they are financially independent, and they think that because, on the contrary, if you think about India, and if husband wife thinks about divorce, then it is like, a girl's family will come, the guy's family will come, they will try
Yes.
to
Yes.
reconcile things, like make things up, and they'll say, oh, you people have kids now, who will look after kids, what will be the future, what impact will they have on their mindsets, how will be their, people will question on their social conditioning, like how will
Yes.
they grow, and what will they learn,
Okay.
those all theories will be, intermeshed with one another, unlike in West, where they think, like and just because the kids are also become financially independent. So I think that it depends on, like, just imagine, okay, if I get married, and if I find out, like, my wife is highly recalcitrant, sometimes displays brazen disregard for rules, or is obstinately disobedient, so it is a wise decision to take a divorce in those cases. So I think it depends on the mutual understanding, like
Correct.
what
Correct.
we, yeah. So it doesn't depend on one entity, right? So it depends on the rapprochement. They sit together, they talk for a while, and
Right.
we
Right.
think, of an outsider, what we think. Oh, they didn't think about their children's. They didn't think about the future. They were not able to, sustain the marriage, or the, like those cordial or whatever relationships they had between them. They were not able to cool down the arguments on time, and this is what happened. But internally, we don't know what has happened, right? So this kind would be like, everyone is entitled to their own privacy, right? Like these things, they stays between them, and then don't want to kind of divulge those details to others or the outsiders.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I
Okay.
hope you can catch my drift.
Yes. Yes. I understood your point. Okay, Prashant, I just wanted to add one more point so that you can elaborate in your turn once again. Uh, Consider this. See, uh, ha- man and woman both having financial independence is like having two bosses in a house, in a home,
Yeah. Yes.
and both because they are both independent, both do not want to be subordinate to the other. Right?
Hmm.
Why should I listen to you, and why should I listen to you?
Right.
Things go like this, and because of this, then when you have two bosses in a house, then
Mm-hmm.
friction is going to take place. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe that this may be adding the one of the biggest causes of high divorce rates in those
Mm-hmm.
countries. You may
Mm-hmm.
again elaborate what is your opinion about this. Now we will go to Tushar. And hello, Tushar, you there?
Yeah, I
Hello.
totally agree with you, Sayed. Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Your
yes,
turn now.
two tigers can't live in one mountain. Yes, I totally agree with you, Sayed.
Okay.
Means if both person in a family earns equally, means unstably, matlab, someone earns more than another, then it's totally becomes subordinated to one another. You know. Well, I totally agree with you,
Yes.
say
Yes. Yes.
what you just said right now.
Okay.
Okay, I
Would
have
you
no
like to add
comments to
something?
pass. Okay.
No comment. Okay. Okay.
No,
Prashant, back
I
to you.
didn't prepare that much. Okay.
It's okay. It's completely fine. Prashant, would you like to add something?
Is this question towards me or Tushar?
Yes, yes. As I pointed out, that financial independence might be the key, playing the key role in high divorce rates in European and American countries. Is that so? What is your perception? What is your opinion?
Well, I think being financially independent is the quintessential precursor of a healthy and successful marriage or the relationships, because it allows them the liberty to sustain their own lives. You know, it's like roti kapda makan. If I
Okay.
use this metaphor to illuminate this, so
Okay.
those things are increasingly common, and there's nothing you can do about it. It depends. It's like it depends strongly upon what one entity thinks. May it be a man or a woman in that marriage or the relationship. So if one thinks that like if he's a drinker or chain smoker, and the wife doesn't likes it, and the husband is unwilling to, or if he is unyielding towards what his wife thinks, then so be it. Like you can't do much in today's date. I know it is a chilling potential account, and why even antagonize them like that? But in all fairness to them, it depends upon what one thinks. What his or her viewpoint or perception is, and if it is like Uh, like I as an outsider, I cannot mediate. Like I cannot come forward, or any no one.
Okay. Okay. So you are saying that a financial independence is necessary and it is not the cause for high divorce rates.
Yeah, it stands with utmost veracity.
Okay. Okay. So we have Ayush with us who has just joined. Ayush, welcome, brother.
Welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, I am late.
Ayush, look, it's completely fine. We are just having some cordial discussion about our own opinions, and it's just a exercise for us to give us a chance to speak and you know
Yes,
help us learn communication skills. That is it. All the purpose of this having this session.
appreciate, sir.
So Ayush, are you aware of the topic for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the
Definition of
topic
marriage,
is
right?
definition of marriage. What is marriage? Why it is required, and how different people, different countries, and different religions define it. So it's your turn, Ayush. What is marriage and how do you define it?
As per my opinion, sir, every religion has their own definition of their marriages.
Yes, what is your definition of marriage?
Sir, as per my opinion, we need to unify all the marriages into one aspect, sir. There are
What
so
is
many,
that?
there are so many religions in our society, right?
Hey, what is your definition? Society's definition may be there in books. We want to
Okay.
hear from you. What is marriage?
Okay, sir. As per my definition, marriage is a type of contract that two partners can live with each other.
Okay,
Yeah, sir.
it is a contract. It is a
Yeah.
contract. It is an agreement. It is an agreement of exchange of rights and duties. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But
And
not.
Ayush, would you like to add?
But not male and female. Uh,
Not
as
male and female. Okay.
aside male and female, I want to add partners, sir.
Okay. Instead of a man and woman, you want to say partners, two partners. Okay.
Yeah, in LGBTQ community there are also marriage.
Okay. So you support that.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. And why should people marry?
Sorry.
If at all LGBT people also wants to marry
Yes.
or they want to live together,
Mm-hmm.
then why should they marry?
Because pressure of the society, sir. That's why. As for my opinion,
Oh,
not all of that. As
no,
for
no,
my opinion.
it's okay. It's completely fine. It's completely fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Prashant, because I think we are getting some good positive points from you, I would like to come back to you. As Ayush pointed out, it is a contract, and contract, as we know, is an exchange of rights and duties. Would you like to add one or two points about what are those rights and duties in a conjugal partnership?
Well, speaking of conjugal relationship, I think that not only that one should support each other's economically, or like
Okay,
whatever they if they even they abide by the protocols which says that marriage both should live together in harmony. Along with that, I think
okay,
that one should be considerate and also understanding. So marriage is a definitely a contract, but it is not with any kind of what you call that under any compulsory duress. It's not a compulsory force. Even people do like
okay,
for the system of living relationship where they really don't marry, but they live together. In America, that's
okay,
widely the concept where they follow this living relationship. They have kids, but they don't marry.
okay,
There is no any contract between an husband and wife, or even LGBT community for that matter.
okay, okay, okay.
So in
So
terms
it's
of
not a
duties,
okay.
pardon?
Go on,
Yeah,
go on, go
and
on. I'll just yeah.
yeah. So in terms of duties, I think that one along with that financially, helping or extending the unequivocal support to each other. I think that
Okay,
one should also be there, make them comfortable. I mean, to their partners, and there should be this kind of a faith. There should be kind of a trust. That I include that faithfully into the duties as aspects.
okay. Thank you so much, Prashant. Those are some beautiful points that you have added. Now, just before we conclude this discussion, one question I would like to pose all of you, and it is not related to the topic of the day. As we discussed in this today's session, that both individuals can be financially independent, and it is good for the family. But at the end of the marriage, when both partners decide to end that contract, end that relationship, end that marriage in a divorce. Now, considering the fact that both the partners are financially independent, but when the divorce takes place, one partner is burdened with the settlement money.
Alimony.
The man has to give. Is that so? Hello, alimony. Yes, alimony.
Alimony.
One partner is burdened with the financial burden of alimony. Now, at the end, starting of the marriage, both were independent. Now we are doing the injustice. So, should we call this injustice or not? That is the point. The floor is open to you all. Anybody who likes to add can come up.
Sorry, sir.
Um,
Prashant, would you like to add? Would you like to add something?
okay, sure. So I think those are irresolvable series of ideas and an enduring enigma. Sorry. So because see, like if a woman, after she marries and then if she gets a divorce, she will definitely ask for an alimony because she is suffering not only suffering from severe suppression anxiety, but she also has to take care of her children And just because she gives a birth to a female child, sometimes the husband, they she he asks for divorce, and then how she can sustain her girl child. And if she's not working, if she's not educated, so in those cases she
Okay.
has to ask for alimony, right, to sustain her own livelihood, and not only for her own bread and butter, but also to educate her own child. So that is not an injustice.
Okay.
That is to the great extent untrue. It is not injustice.
Okay. So should the wife have the right to ask for alimony when there is no
Definitely.
children? There is no child?
Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. I think Ayush is
Why?
raising his hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, Ayush.
yeah. I like answer, Prashant.
Yes,
I
Ayush.
definitely
Please.
agree with you.
You agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely agree.
See, a woman cannot nod a grateful surrender in those cases. She has to be stalwart in not only her support, but also in her children's support.
Like the point of children understood. I am saying, like recently there was a case of this actor Johnny Depp.
Hmm.
Johnny Depp and his wife. There was a huge settlement of alimony, and they did not have children. And there are many such cases. When there are no children involved, there are no children in the family, and yet the wife demands of a huge lump sum of alimony. Why? Why should that be given to her? Because both are financially independent, both agreed to come up together and live a life. Now something went wrong and they decided to part ways. Why should the husband be burdened with the alimony? Considering a scenario of a family having no child.
Well, I think that there's an absence of strong argument, and we cannot be highly perspicacious between what happened between them and why each individual needed their own set or the alimony for that matter. So it may be perhaps she want to start a new life, and then she thinks that whatever money she had, her husband was using, or the husband thinks that whatever money he had, his wife was using, and that too for no rhymes and or the reasons.
No,
So they want to,
we
yeah,
started with
perhaps.
we started with financial independence. Both were using their own money.
I understand. Now, just probably more apt or really specific example could be like I have a wife, right? And then if for her own like happiness, I buy a car for her, and then if I find out she was using a car for someone else, kind of she had some
Okay,
affair outside, right? And then I will think,
okay,
because whatever money I had, no doubt she is financially independent, right? That is true.
okay,
However, the case is if she used my all of my money for someone else's happiness, not children, but
okay,
someone, like some other person, some man, right?
okay.
Like
Unfaithfulness. Yes.
yeah, unfaithfulness, and then it's my sole right to take that money back. This I want to make it unambiguously clear. And those cases are because people, those are semi
At the
details of
time
the
of divorce,
unspoken
you are
behavior.
on. I am saying at the time of divorce, you are only taking the money which you had given to her as back. Okay, but alimony is not just that. Alimony is when divorce takes place. The wife, irrespective of the circumstances of the divorce, gets half of the property of the man.
Sir, as per my opinion, in 2016, Amber Heard had a divorce filed. At that time, Amber Heard, what I said, one sec, sir, one sec.
Yes.
Amber Heard at that time no working experience, sir.
Okay.
At that point of divorce, in 2016,
She had very little working experience.
no, she had working experience, but at that point of time, uh, she had not signed a single contract at that point of time.
That's okay, but point is why alimony is justified? That was the question. Anyways, Prashant, if you have something to add, that's fine. Otherwise, we will conclude that discussion for today.
No,
Prashant or Tushar, Akshay, anybody?
see, much to my consternation, I think that you know some personal affairs, they might have this debilitating effect. Okay, I don't want to go into the pensive intra and coda of it. It is just that
Okay.
sometimes people are incapable of forming coherent thoughts because we do not know.
Okay.
Like if we get involved, we will get to the bottom of their madness, right? Because we don't know the
Okay.
exact fiddling little details also, like what has happened and
Okay.
what has borne out in the courtroom
Okay.
that we suspect.
Okay, Prashant, if a husband says that he has also gone through an emotional trauma because of the divorce, and as you said that it is quite possible that it was a case of unfaithfulness from the side of the wife. Now,
Hmm.
will it be right? Will it be justified if a husband demands alimony? And alimony means not just the money which he had spent on her, but also a financial settlement of half of her property. Will that be justified? Or is there any law in US or in India which says so?
Well,
Can a husband demand alimony?
Well, given the nebulous state of objectives and nascent interpretation of facts, I would say this with all due respect that there are tremendous vicissitudes. Well, my memory is a bit hazy of what laws there are in India and or in US or the Western culture. Well, I would just posit this fact that everyone, like if there's a cases of unfaithfulness, or if those are cases like I imagine to be a level suitable for urgency and I need money for something else, right? Now we don't know
Okay,
whether like
okay,
just imagine, like if my wife, if she gets well, I shouldn't say this, but you gets pregnant from other man, right? So
okay,
like
okay,
this, so these are such scenarios, that you cannot expect that the coin will land heads or tails. Sometimes it won't land at all.
okay,
So those things are which courtroom, the forensic evidences and all other things, they find out.
okay, okay. Right, Prashant, we have discussed the topic quite elaborately today. So we have passed the time limit also. So all the presentees, we would like to conclude the topic for today here, and I hope you all enjoyed the discussion. Thank you so much, Prashant, Ayush, Tushar, and Akshay. Thank you so much once again, and good night to all of you.
Bye everyone.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye. Have a good
Good night. Bye.
Hello,
Bye bye
sorry
bye.
for because I was not in debate.
That's so completely
Yeah,
fine. That's
I joined very lately, so I can't like understand what exactly you guys discussed about. Yeah, but also I agreed about the Prashant points about the alimony. Like it is
okay.
correct
Okay.
and it should be it is correct. I agreed with the Prashant point what he said about it.
Okay.
And yeah, again I don't know about what you discussed about earlier. So
It's okay. It's completely fine.
okay, thank you.
Ayush also joined a bit
And
late, but he had also added some good points.
okay, thank you Ayush for joining the
Oh,
debate.
thank you, Akshay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.